Hi, I'm Tim, and this is Timberway Designs. This week we're going to do a piece of Chrysocolla. Let's make a cabochon. So this week's cabochon will be made out of Chrysocolla. This is a specimen I bought at a rock show, and I bought some previously, but I think it was just crap because I couldn't even get it off the knob stick without breaking. This stuff looks pretty good. I went ahead and sliced a chunk off it already. Take a look at it and get it wet here. This stuff is really beautiful. It can give turquoise a run for its money, I think. Chrysocolla is a light blue, the greenish copper-based mineral, often associated with malachite and azurite. It can be found in Africa, South America, the United States, and Russia. I have no idea where this piece came from, but it's pretty. It's pretty. I'll show you a chunk I bought previously. It's pretty, but it is so crumbly, I really couldn't do anything with it. And when I did make a cabochon out of it, it was pretty, but like I said, I couldn't get it off the knob stick without breaking it. So I'm pretty confident with this stuff here. This is going to work out good. So I have a slice of it already, and what I want to do is I'm going to make a 30 by 20 millimeter and put it in a stainless steel bezel. And I want this stripe here going down the middle of it. If it goes all the way through, I'm not sure on that. So basically what we're going to do here is I'm going to take one of my homemade templates, and we're going to take the 30 millimeter and get in the middle here so you guys can see what's going on. And I think right about there. So we'll go ahead and mark this out with my ultra fine Sharpie. Get all the way out to the edges because this is going in a bezel. There. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this downstairs on the trim saw I don't like, my 5-inch, and we're going to trim it out and then onto the cabber to grind it down to the lines. All right, here we are on my high-tech 5-inch trim saw. I've probably whined about this enough. The other thing I don't like about this is if you cut more than one rock on here, the water gets so muddy you can't see your lines anymore. So if I were to recommend a trim saw other than the 10-inch, they make a 6-inch, which I probably should have bought instead of this thing here. And I've been kind of cutting some other stuff on here. So let's go ahead and trim this guy out, and then we'll get on the cab machine and cut it down to the line. All right, kind of chipped off this edge here. I might go back upstairs and refreshen this line, but I think we're still okay because it's going into a bezel anyways. And just, I didn't mention it while I was upstairs, but the Mohs on Chrysocolla is 2 to 4, and it can be up to 7. I don't know what the Mohs is on this. I'm thinking hopefully it's 4 to 5. So. All right, we're down here on my Kingsley North 6-inch cabbing machine. I went ahead and I redid the line here. And I'm going to hit the 80 grit first, but I'm just going to take off the bigger edges because I'm afraid if I get too close to the line, I'm going to have something bad's going to happen. I don't want that. And of course, we're going to put it in a 20 by 30 bezel. There it is. I have a hard time with this camera I'm using. All right, let's get started. right, I think I'm really close here. So I'm going to take it on the other two wheels and see if it'll drop right in. Okay, come on. Why this thing? Looks like we got a pretty good fit here. We're going to go ahead and put a dop stick on it, and we'll come back down and dome it. Now we're all daubed up here, and we're going to start grinding the dome on this thing. So what I usually do is 3/16, 2 millimeters or a little bit more. I'm gonna go all around. I'll start with the 80 grit, the 220, and then the 280, and then we'll polish it. So I got a 45 and my girdle I want, and then I got a 45. Now I'm going to put another 45 on this one, and then we'll start doming it. So I got my 45. Let me get this. There we go. Now some folks will go ahead and even put another 45 to get rid of the flat spot. But I usually start doming at this stage because I can get rid of that without keep cutting 45. So I'm pleased with this dome shape. So I'm going to take it to the 220 and clean it up, and then the 280, and then the 600. Then we'll polish it. Okay, got a pretty decent dome on there. I broke the edge. Now we're going to polish it. Hey, you probably noticed in the video, my flat disc came off. The glue must have let go. Didn't hurt me or nothing. It kind of surprised me though. So I'll have to take a look at that later. We're getting a pretty decent shine just on the 3000. Now we're going to hit it with the cerium oxide disc. I'm kind of liking that. Let's go throw this guy in the freezer and get it off the Dob stick. We'll take a closer look at it and then mount it in its bezel. So we're back upstairs from the cab machine. I threw the stone in the freezer to take the Dob stick off, and I got a nice, really nice clean. Actually, it fell off while it was in the freezer. So here's the finished piece. So let's take a closer look at it. So let's take a closer look at this Chrysocolla cabochon. Didn't mean to flip a green stone at you guys so soon, but I just couldn't help myself. This piece of rock has been laying in my my to-do box for quite a while, and actually since last year, and I always wanted to make a cabochon out of this. Since the stuff I showed you earlier in the video, I didn't have any luck with it as far as completing it, getting this far. So got some nice patterns, beautiful colors. So let's go ahead and drop this guy into the stainless steel bezel. So I think I'm going to orient it like that. So when you're gluing into a bezel, you don't have to go glue all the way out to the edges. All you got to do is just dab some in the middle here. Get it going. That's about all you need right there, because when you push the stone in, it's going to squish it out to the edges. There you have it. A 20 by 30 millimeter Chrysocolla in a stainless steel bezel. This stone will be on my Etsy page if you're interested in, or if you just want to look at it. And I'll get that up as before this video, right when this video comes out. So I took you through all the steps I used to make cabochons the way I do it, from the rough slab all the way to the finished stone here in the bezel. So next week, I got me a nice chunk of feldspar I found in South Dakota. We're going to cut a slab off of this and make a cabochon out of this piece of feldspar. So thanks for watching. If you could, give me a thumbs up. That helps get the analytics out there so other people can see these videos. And I'd really appreciate if you'd subscribe. It don't cost nothing, and it helps me out a lot. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.